Expand your vocabulary with our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free French ebook before it's gone.
Do you know how to talk about what someone is doing in French? Welcome to 3-Step French Practice by FrenchPod101.com. In this lesson, you will practice how to talk about someone who is in the middle of doing something, and how to use adverbs of frequency to describe how often actions happen. Let's look at the main dialogue. Two people are having a conversation. Constance, sur quelle page travailles-tu en ce moment? Constance, which page are you working on right now? Je suis en train de compléter l'exercice de vocabulaire à la page 42. I'm completing the vocabulary exercise on page 42. Suis en train de compléter. We've learned about the structure être en train de plus infinitive to express that someone is in the middle of doing something. It's a great way to emphasize that an action is happening right now. For example, in the sentence « Je suis en train de compléter l'exercice de vocabulaire à la page 42 » I'm completing the vocabulary exercise on page 42. The phrase « suis en train de compléter » clearly shows the action is currently in progress. This expression is common in spoken French and helps make your meaning clear when describing ongoing activities. In French, adverbs of frequency usually come right after the verb, not before it. For example, in the question Est-ce que tu étudies souvent chez toi? The verb is étudie, and the adverb souvent means often. We don't say Est-ce que tu souvent étudies chez toi? This word order is incorrect in French, even though it might feel natural from an English perspective. Other common adverbs include toujours, for always, rarement, for rarely, and presque, for almost. These short words are a simple way to add clarity and detail when talking about daily routines or habits. Let's practice using these grammar points together in the next part of the lesson. Choose the best answer to complete the sentence. Ready? Je suis en train de un livre passionnant. Je suis en train de un livre passionnant. Lire. Lire. Je suis en train de lire un livre passionnant. Je suis en train de lire un livre passionnant. I'm reading an exciting book. We use lire, the infinitive form of the verb to read, because the structure être, en train de, must be followed by an infinitive verb. Lis and lisons are conjugated forms, so they don't fit here. Choose the best answer to complete the sentence. Ready? Je suis en train de un email important. Je suis en train de un email important. Écrire. Écrire. Je suis en train d'écrire un email important. Je suis en train d'écrire un email important. I'm writing an important email. We use écrire, the infinitive meaning to write, because this is the standard form used after en train de. Note also how de becomes d before a vowel. Forms like écrit or écrit are conjugated and wouldn't fit grammatically here. Choose the best answer to complete the sentence. Ready? On est en train de un exposé. On est en train de un exposé. Préparer. Préparer. On est en train de préparer un exposé. On est en train de préparer un exposé. We're preparing a presentation. Here we use préparer, the infinitive of to prepare, because it follows the same construction rule. Être en train de plus infinitive. Conjugated forms like prépare or préparons would be incorrect. Unscramble the words to make a sentence. Ready? Je suis en je suis en train. Je suis en train de. Je suis en train de compléter. Je suis en train de compléter cette. Je suis en train de compléter cet exercice. I'm completing this exercise. Je suis en train de compléter cet exercice. Choose the best answer to complete the sentence. Ready? Ils sont souvent en train de discuter or discuter après les cours. Ils sont souvent en train de discuter or discuter après les cours. Discuter. Discuter. Ils sont souvent en train de discuter après les cours. They are often chatting after class. We use discuter, the infinitive form of the verb to chat. Discuter is a conjugated verb form, vous form, so it doesn't fit in this structure. Choose the best answer to complete the sentence. Ready? Le professeur est en train d'expliquer or d'expliquer la leçon. Le professeur est en train d'expliquer or d'expliquer la leçon. Expliquer. Expliquer. Le professeur est en train d'expliquer la leçon. The teacher is explaining the lesson. We use expliquer, the infinitive form of the verb to explain. Explique is a conjugated form, il, elle form, so it will be grammatically incorrect here. Let's translate some sentences into French. Translate, we often do grammar exercises into French. Nous, the subject pronoun meaning we, followed by faisons. The present tense of faire, meaning do. Next, souvent. The adverb of frequency, meaning often, followed by des exercices de grammaire. Meaning grammar exercises. Souvent is used here as an adverb of frequency to tell us how regularly the action happens. In French, adverbs like souvent usually come right after the verb, not before it. We don't say nous souvent faisons des exercices de grammaire. It should be nous faisons souvent des exercices de grammaire. Nous faisons souvent des exercices de grammaire. We often do grammar exercises. Translate, I almost always have a coffee in the morning, into French. Je, the subject pronoun meaning I, followed by prends. The present tense of prendre, meaning have or take. Next, presque toujours. The compound adverb of frequency, meaning almost always, followed by un café. Meaning a coffee. And le matin. Meaning in the morning. Presque toujours. Is a compound adverb of frequency. It's made up of presque, almost, and toujours, always. And it adds nuance to describe how frequently something is done. Like other adverbs, it is placed after the main verb. In this case, after prends. Je prends presque toujours un café le matin. Je prends presque toujours un café le matin. I almost always have a coffee in the morning. Translate, my brother rarely watches TV, into French. Mon frère the subject noun phrase, meaning my brother, followed by regarde. The present tense of regarder, meaning watches. Next, rarement. The adverb of frequency meaning rarely, followed by la télévision. Meaning television. Rarement is another adverb of frequency that tells us how often the action happens. It also comes directly after the verb, as we see here with regarde. This word helps you describe occasional or infrequent habits. Mon frère regarde rarement la télévision. Mon frère regarde rarement la télévision. My brother rarely watches TV. Listen to me as I speak. Which word do you hear in the sentences? Je suis en train de lire un livre passionnant. Let's listen one more time. Je suis en train de lire un livre passionnant. Did you hear? Lire. Lire, meaning to read, is the infinitive verb here. It comes after en train de, to show an action that's happening right now. How about le professeur est en train d'expliquer la leçon. Let's listen one more time. Le professeur est en train d'expliquer la leçon. Did you hear? Expliquer. Expliquer meaning to explain. The de becomes d here because expliquer begins with the vowel. So, en train d'expliquer means in the middle of explaining. Next, je suis en train de compléter cet exercice. One more time. Je suis en train de compléter cet exercice. Did you hear? Compléter. Compléter, meaning to complete, is another infinitive verb after en train de. And mon frère regarde rarement la télévision. One more time. Mon frère regarde rarement la télévision. Did you hear? Rarement. Rarement is an adverb of frequency. It means rarely. In French, adverbs like this usually come after the verb. In this case, after regarde, to show how often something happens. Thank you for watching. Now you know how to talk about what someone is doing in French. And now you can move on to the next lesson in the pathway. Au revoir!